Until I was 18, I was in care. I spent some time in a detention centre for aggressive behaviour. I found it hard trying to secure a job. I could get anything I could lay my hands on: a hard labourer, fruit picker, pot washer. But the work dried up. Instead of using my money sensibly, I turned to alcohol and just drank every night. And then I got into debt and couldn't pay my rent. The staff at the day centre really did help me. They spoke to me as an individual and saw past the angry young man that I was. They explained about what hostel life was like. I was a bit dubious at first.
The short-term assessment hostel is a hostel for homeless people where they can stay for up to 28 days to begin with, and they'll be assessed during that time to see the areas that they need support in. So this hostel is a 28-day stay hostel, which is the initial period of time. As long as they're following what they need to in their support plans, then we can extend that up to another further 28 days. Any homeless person can access the short-term assessment hostel, or anyone who is inadequately housed. They access the hostel by going to our day centre. If this hostel isn't the right environment or the right hostel for them, we have got other hostels in Worthing that might be more appropriate to the support they need. When a client first arrives at the hostel, they have to go through the booking in procedure. All the rules and regulations are told to them, and they sign all the paperwork, and they're assigned their key worker. We'll then show them around the house and assign them to their bed space. We have 14 bed spaces in total, so we've got 9 bedrooms, of which 5 of them are shared. The ratio for females to males at the hostel, we have about 20% females and 80% males. Not everyone here has alcohol issues. People become homeless for many different reasons. They might have had a breakup within their relationship and have just got nowhere to live. But due to some residents having the alcohol issues, that's why we do need to have the breathalyzers in place for everyone.
Thank you.
This is a dry and clean hostel, so no drugs or alcohol are permitted on or off the premises. We do random drugs tests, and they are breath tested on entry to the hostel each time they come back.
I've heard that they can be violent places, but the staff explain that they're not. We have respect for each other. There's certain rules and chores we got to do, and yeah, it's a zero alcohol policy. It's just, it was not what I expected from a place. So
clients receive a lot of help whilst they're here. So on booking in, they are assigned a key worker. They meet with their key worker weekly. During those sessions, they have a lot of help in the areas that are identified that they need help in. The types of techniques we use with the clients whilst they're here is brief intervention techniques and motivational interviewing. At the short-term assessment hostel, we start planning an exit strategy as soon as they move in, really, within the first week or two. Due to it being short-term, if they're not able to move in with it within our other projects, we would need to kind of get them saving or on the housing register and try and sort out housing for when they leave. During the key working sessions with the clients, we set up support plan goals, which we set between ourselves to make sure that they are realistic and achievable. And during the key working sessions, we use motivational interviewing to try and encourage the clients into pursuing different activities rather than us telling them what they should be doing. The clients aren't allowed to just sit down and watch telly all day. We also do have a PlayStation, but the telly and the PlayStation have to be off at certain times of the day, again to encourage them to go out and do more meaningful activities. We encourage the clients to volunteer, go into some kind of educational training whilst they're with us, to spend their time in a meaningful way, and again to try and get them back into the community, and potentially have more on their CVs for getting jobs in the future. We have quite a lot of rules in the short-term assessment hostel. We've got a curfew, so they have to be back at a certain time in the evening. They have to be breath tested on entry to the hostel. We do random drugs tests as well. They don't have a key to the hostel or their bedrooms, so we have staff here 24 hours a day to let them in. We have, if people break the rules here, we have a points system. They can accumulate up to 100 points for certain actions or behaviours. If they get to the 100 points, they will be on or given a 7-day notice to quit, and they would have to leave after those 7 days. If they get 100 points in one go, they will be asked to leave immediately. This doesn't mean they can't ever come back to the hostel. They will have 28 days out of the hostel, and then they can reapply. If the client gives a positive drugs test, that will be 100 points and they'll be asked to leave. Bullying and intimidation. The client may also get 100 points for any violence towards staff, volunteers, visitors or other residents. The cooking here is done by volunteers. When we haven't got volunteers in, we do ask the residents if they're prepared to cook. So yeah, they do all muck in and chip in as well. We have volunteers at the project for a couple of different things. So we have the evening volunteers who come and cook for the residents. We also have volunteers for a couple of hours in the evening just to help the project worker because we loan work. So they're able to do things for us like answer the phone, do the breath tests at the door for the clients and things like that.
We volunteered one Christmas when it was short, and we've never stopped since. Well, we prepare the evening meals, don't we?
We prepare an evening meal and serve it, and yes, we hope they're satisfied with it, and they're very happy, and I think they are.
We tend to sit down with the clients after we've dished up and sit and have a meal with them and chat as well. Yeah, we enjoy coming, yeah, we really do. Tonight we're doing jacket potatoes, and they would have been brought in, but I think probably the salad and things were donated, and the fruit we've used with the donations. It's well worthwhile. So I say we're lucky enough to have our own homes, and to do anything for people that haven't got their homes, it's great. Yeah.
Clients have chores to do every day. Because they're done every day, it shouldn't take them too long to do them, and they do have a day off a week. But again, this is to try and get them back into the routine, which they will need to do in their own accommodation. We have all types of chores, so they have to clean the bathrooms, they would need to clean the dining room or the kitchen. We've got the hoovering and mopping the laundry room floor. Again, they would only have one of those a day to do. We have a laundry room at the hostel. We do provide washing powder for them, but they do their own washing and ironing. At the next project, they still do have their key working sessions once they move on to the lower supported hostel. Those key working sessions do reduce though to about once a fortnight to once a month, so to give them lower support and get them ready for moving on. There's lots of other groups that are available to the clients whilst they're here. We have an art group and a music group at the day centre. They can also attend acupuncture at the hostel or at the day centre. We also try and do cooking with them and other things like that to improve their living skills. We do set a goal around savings for all of the clients. due to there not being a lot of housing within Worthing, we do a budget plan with them and agree an amount for them to save fortnightly from their benefits. So if they are asked to leave or they are able to get private move on accommodation, they have got a backup of when they need to buy furniture and things like that. During their stay here, we offer lots of practical advice on all sorts of things. So from their living skills, cooking, cleaning. We refer a lot to other agencies for volunteering or training. Also budgeting and saving plans are done with the clients.
I've been at a short-term assessment hostel for 4 weeks now. They've been giving me one-to-one, helping me out, starting to help me realise that I don't need alcohol to get through life, plans to help me save and have a better future. My stay has been renewed for another 4 weeks. I'm sharing a room with a young lad, and the staff are helping me take some anger management classes, which is really coming along well. And I have a key worker who's finding out what sort of stuff I'm into, I enjoy, so maybe I could go back to college or night school, which is really good.
The one thing I would like to share about the project is that really it's up to the client to do as much as they want to do whilst they're here. They're given the opportunity of the support, but they also need to be motivated during their stay here. I really love working for Worthing Church's Homeless Project. You get a sense of well-being from helping the residents. They are very grateful for the support we give them, and no day is ever the same, so you don't get bored.